Welcome back to Autism at Home, brought to you by us at Early Autism Project Malaysia through our non-profit initiative, The Hope Project. My name is Joshabet Isaacs, and it's so nice to see you again. By now, we have released 15 series amounting to 100 lessons so far. At the same time, some of you parents or family members may be wondering, okay, how do you actually implement this? Where do you start? What are the priorities? How do you structure your day? It might seem like so much to do and so little time. I was actually in church one Sunday and a grandmother came up to me. She was troubled about her granddaughter and wanted to know what she could do daily to help her. And so that conversation and many others is what actually inspired this series. And so we bring to you a daily guide. We hope to break this down by the different age groups, so we will have 6 more lessons covering a suggested daily guide for 0 to 18 months old, 18 months to 3 years old, 3 to 5-year-olds, and then between 5 to about 6 or 7-year-olds just before going to school. Then we'll have a lesson on school-going kids, and lastly, children that may need special education or homeschooling. In each lesson, we will be focusing on the developmental milestones of that age group, well up to 5 years old. We'll be focusing on the key priorities, then a proposed or suggested daily routine, as well as the materials needed. Now, before we start, some important reminders and recap of what we need to know. Please do download the CDC Developmental Milestone Tracker app. You can key in your child's birth date and go through each question and video to check if your child has met that milestone. There are even recommended activities to do with your child. Do remember the basic principles we will be using, as mentioned in Unit 1 Teaching Strategies, especially the concept of what to give attention to and reinforce behaviors that you want to increase, as well as the 3 key strategies of break skills down, pair with reinforcement, and provide sufficient practice. Finally, let's remember the building blocks of learning. At the core foundation of it is engagement, or for some that are not socially engaged, to use motivation, and then to build key early learner skills, which are cooperation, attention, and imitation, before building the more complex skills, such as language, play skills, social skills, academic skills, and daily living skills. As we start, we're going to try to look at the structure of your daily routine and how we can include incidental teaching moments throughout your daily life, but also more structured pockets of learning time as well. For example, about 20 or 30 minutes a day initially, but eventually this builds up to 1 to 2 hours in the morning and 1 to 2 hours in the afternoon. Now it's your turn. Here's a bit of homework for you. Download the CDC app and key in your child's details. Even if your child is older than 5 years old, do still go through the milestones to check if your child is able to meet them. If your child is demonstrating developmental delays or has a diagnosis of autism already, have you had a developmental assessment to identify what the delay is? If you haven't, we would recommend for you to do so. This is to have clarity as parents what your child's developmental gap is. For example, a child may be 3 years old chronologically, but developmentally 1 year old. You would need a program to help close or narrow that 2-year gap. Try to write down your daily routine with your child. We usually try to put in the sleep times and the meal times first, and then to work around the other times. Try to identify realistic learning times that work for you, your child, and your family. Remember, it needs to be a team effort. So that's it, an introduction to a daily guide on Autism at Home. In the next lesson, we will be focusing on babies or 0 to 18-month-olds. Also, thank you so much for your support. And with the amount of interest we have received online, we have actually started providing online services and currently work with clients in other states of Malaysia, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, and even Switzerland. Do scan the QR code here and get in touch with us for more information. Also, if you haven't already, Do check out our free online resource platform, Autism at Home, which has all the corresponding articles and downloadables for you. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook to stay updated. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.